Okay, it is Sunday and this is RV day, so I'm doing all my RV stuff. And I wanted to make this video using my new video contraption that I have where I could be doing stuff and y'all could follow me, but I can't because I have too much to do and too little time to get things done. So I'm going to make this video because it came to me in the wee hours of the morning that I need to speak on this. And when I got up today and to check my social media feeds to make sure all my things posted, one of my groups, my scientific group of clinical laboratory scientists that I am, by the way, one of my degrees, the topic of discussion was the need for a TSH to be done stat. And TSH is thyroid stimulating hormone. Stat means we run it fast as fast can be because I'm a laboratorian and we are the ones who do the testing when you come into the hospital, right? Doctors don't make decisions without knowing what your results are, right? Your sodium, your potassium, your chloride, all those things, hemoglobin. Yeah, that's me, baby. Yeah. So we're the ones who do that test and we're the ones who give those results to the nurse and the doctor. Okay. That's what a clinical laboratory scientist is, right? So, as I said, I know an awful lot about the body. I admit that. Now, I'm also all these other things, all these other degrees, PhD, da-da-da-da-da. That clinical laboratory science degree is my bachelor's, by the way. But that bachelor's required me to do a lot of things in preparations for like medical school. It's a lot of science, a lot of knowledge about the body before I eventually, got the PhD. That's the preface to this, right? So the conversation being around the TSH needing to be stat was because, and hold on, I'll show you the actual statement. Okay, I'm back. So you saw that picture. The reason it needed to be stat is because thyroid stimulating hormone being out of whack, meaning too high, too low, is an indicator that a person is having some type of mental instability because your body is not able to function when that hormone is out of whack. And now it needs to be done stat because the person may be Baker acted, meaning put into a mental institution for observation because they could do things, they could self-harm, they could harm others, lots of different things. The bottom line of this is I have told plenty of my clients who tell me they have some mental disorder. They have claimed the mental disorder that they're bipolar, schizophrenic, depressed, anxious, all these different things, that you might not have the mental disorder. You might have a hormonal imbalance, right? Which is a physical disorder that manifests some mental symptoms, right? Those who are in the lupus community know that they may have been diagnosed initially with a mental disorder, such as depression, only to find out that because you're missing key nutrients, there's no amount of antidepressants that can be given to you to resolve the issue because it is a physical disorder, not a mental disorder. Now, I'm going to also tell you that the same thing applies to anxiety and other disorders. In addition to that, there's spiritual components to it. Now, our government in the United States has come out and said, oh, guess what? We've discovered there really is a parallel universe. There really are aliens. So people who were able to hear with clairaudience, able to hear those levels, those frequencies, used to be said to be schizophrenic, paranoid schizophrenic, all these other mental defects, when in fact they were not. And now, as a person who knows an awful lot about this, and you guys can go to the Journal of Medicine and find this out, they are redefining what schizophrenia is and reclassifying the levels of schizophrenia now that the government and people have said, oh, wait, these other things really do exist. Maybe those people were not crazy. Maybe we put them into a category incorrectly. The other thing that they have found out is that nutritional deficiencies cause people to have erratic things happen in their mind. See, our body cannot function, none of it, the physical part of it, the mental part of it, none of that functions if our nutrition is off. It just doesn't function well, right? Alzheimer, dementia, they're linking those things to food and nutrition, okay? So my other side of my life of going to get my bachelor's and all that in nutrition prepared me for that knowledge, right? My scientific degree prepared me for how the body functions, and my other degrees prepared me for how food helps the body, right? How food actually heals or destroys. And unfortunately, in the United States, as I told someone, we should never eat meat in the United States because our meat is infused with hormones. And if I'm telling you that you have a hormone imbalance and the hormone imbalance causes these other disturbances in your body, why would you consume something that has more hormones in it that messes up your chemical balance? We consume it because we've been trained to. Now, here's another thing. Women, although men are also impacted by hormone imbalances, women have more of an impact. Of course, you know, we're hormonal every month, right? So we see a lot more autoimmune disorders in women, and you can look that up. It's true. I didn't make it up, right? There's scientific data that proves it. Look it up on your own time. We see a lot of women who have autoimmune disorders linked to their thyroid, right? Hormones, right? TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. It stimulates the thyroid, right? It's a hormone. So I say all that to say, before you go to a doctor and allow them to tell you that you have a mental defect, you probably should visit someone who can help you discover if you have a nutritional deficiency. And if you correct the nutritional deficiency, do you then in turn eliminate the mental issue, depression, anxiety, all those things, right? Does that go away once you put the missing ingredient back into your body? Right? So when I'm telling people to use the magnesium oil spray, when I'm telling people to use the cortisol stimulating spray, which is magnesium plus B3 and vitamin D combination, which you can also get by going outside and eating foods that are high in B vitamins, and then doing the magnesiums, or eating food that's high in magnesium, you know, the things you don't want to eat, the kale, the spinach, the broccoli, all the green foods. So now you got to take these other supplements. If you take those things and ingest them and incorporate them and put them into your nutritional plan for your life, will you then see the mental things dissipate? My money's on you will, right? My money's on you will, okay? The berries, the fruits, the nuts, the vegetables, those are things that we should eat. I tell people when it comes to protein, if you don't own the cow, don't eat it, because you don't know what is in it. Now, if you can find someone who organically has things, they don't do this thing, then fine, you have a better shot. And I take this to the level of with the vegan foods, because people think I'm just like saying you got to be vegan. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the foods that you eat have to not have all the additives. And there's a lot of vegan foods out there that have way more additives than the hamburger. I'm not against the hamburger itself. I'm against what they put in it. I'm against what they put in the chicken to get it big. Remember, our chickens were small, and then they pumped it with stuff to make them big, and now we've been eating them, and our bodies are a representation of that. And I'm not saying this is even easy to do, but I'm telling you that before you just jump onto another pill for another thing, and another thing, you might need to go back to the basics of nutrition and see if you're missing something in your body. And by adding that item back in, you correct some of these other disorders. Okay? Now, if you are a farmer out there who just so happens to grow your food without adding in all these hormones and chemicals to whatever your animal is eating, let me know so that I can promote what you have to other people, because that's kind of key. We do have, if we eat meat, we buy organic meat. We try to buy organic meat. We try to buy the best quality of meat, right? But again, it's a crapshoot in the United States because so many other people are in competition with people. And in order to be in competition with people, they got to do what those people do. So if you do find someone who has a sustainable, organic, non-GMO, non-hormone injection, non-pesticide product in the form of some type of meat, it's going to cost more money. And you should be prepared to pay that cost, right? Because if not, going to the hospital, it's going to cost you a lot more. So anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to go. I got to finish cleaning up, but hope this helped you guys. Bye.